Blighty Boxing with Ryan Robinson, super middleweight, 5-0 now, I believe, sir?
5-0, yes, 5-0.
And the last fight was obviously at Martin and the Peacock Gym's dinner show. It was your first fight since entering the Peacock Gym. Mm-hmm. How was it?
I liked it, man. I like the way the gym does the camps. It's my first camp here. First fight with them. I love their setup, the way that they prepare for the fights and how they are backstage and the build up to the actual ring entrance. I felt calm, just got the little rust off, and hey, I'm glad I got back in the ring, man. It's been a long time.
Did it feel different to what you'd experienced before?
Yeah, in many ways. In the Peacocks we're like a family here, and these guys are like my brothers. And you got Ray, you got Martin, you got Andre, you got Eric, and it's all love, and everyone's like here for you. So, it's a good little unit, and everyone is a unit. It's a good squad. Everyone's supporting each other. Everyone's trying to go to the peak. So lovely. I love it.
Now then, the reason why you might enjoy such a family unit is because of the nomadic existence that you've kind of had in the past, which we're now going to let you explain to the viewers. Your past, or the start for you really, is a family friend, quite a well-known one, encouraged you to get into boxing. You resisted for a while, but then you went and you were taken under his wing. That man, of course, Lennox Lewis. I'll let you take up the story.
Yeah, man, the great Lennox Lewis, a very close family friend of mine, close friend of my dad's. Been around him while he was in camp and he had his fights in his career. It was more of my mother that was resisting more than me. I'd always had the fight in me from in school days. Always having fights in school, getting suspended. So they've always wanted me to box, but my mum's obviously more, she's not into that. Which now she's my biggest fan, but back then she wasn't. And then, got into it. Stayed with Lennox, trained with his amateur coach, not Arnie, not the one that passed. It's Adrian to the rescue, who's actually passed away as well. Rest in peace.
It's meant going abroad, didn't it? You went over to Canada with Lennox, didn't you?
Yeah, literally. I had my first 5 fights over here. I won the Haringey Cup, and then after that, I had gone straight over to Canada and lived over in Toronto. Stayed with different coaches. Done all the competitions over there, other than the nationals. Obviously, I'm not allowed because I'm not a native there. But lovely experience on the road, learning from the greatest, that this country's had, and what else can you ask for? It's a great school, great teaching, great sensei, man.
Now you came back with the intention of turning professional, but then you went back stateside again, didn't you? And this time you went to America and you actually got started over there.
Yeah, so throughout my trips in Canada, obviously me and Len, we had traveled over to Miami and we've trained over in the 5th Street. So I'd always had that there in my locker, that I can go there, and they already knew me. And I was going to turn pro over in Manchester, but obviously Lennox is, as you can see him now, he's starting up and getting back in the mix of things. So he's like, no, I want you to turn pro with me over on my side and do have your debut on my show over in Canada in Niagara Falls. So obviously it's only right. I said, yeah, lovely, let's do it, let's make it happen. Went over there and trained over in Miami. I lived in Miami for maybe just under a year. I done my first 2 fights over there, and then I ended up coming back. But yeah, it's a great experience.
And when you came back, you did go to Manchester and you were part of the Collyhurst and Moston camp headed by the Black Flash, Pat Barrett.
Yeah. So I had my 2 fights there, and then we had agreed that, it's to build your name, build your brand. You want to do it domestically in your home, in your backyard. People that want to see me fight, they're not going to travel, so it's a bit harder to kind of build that foundation when you're always overseas and always like the new guy and the away fighter in town. So it was just a thing of come back home, get your name in the London circuit, in the England circuit, and build off of that. We got the skills, so it doesn't matter where we go. So now it's about putting that in the right place and manifesting what we always know we're going to be.
Now you are a home fighter. What do you see as the next steps? And is Lennox still involved at all?
Lennox is like an overseer. I can call his phone anytime and he just trusts that me and my pops know what we're doing, and we're down here in the Peacocks now, and it is. Now we're just building. You know, I'm 5-0, so I'm still relatively a baby in the pros. But you know, looking at the small domestic titles, you know, and like I said, you know, in one of my other interviews, hey, you know, whoever's got them, this is what we're coming for, and it's nothing less. So we're just working our way up, and we'll take whichever route is best for us. You know, these guys are here behind me. They got my back. It's a family unit, and we're gonna move as a unit. And, you know, we're looking to just take over and let it be what it's going to be.
I presume the next logical step for you, hopefully, is get noticed and then get a TV platform.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously, they have a good relationship with the BT Sports and Frank Warren's camp. So it's about getting seen on those platforms. You know, I go to these guys and, you know, you got Too Sharp and all of those guys are being televised and on the bigger stages. But, you know, it's a process. I don't mind starting small because, like I said, the talent's there. So once they see it, they can't deny it. So I got my next show 15th of February in Your Call. Going to put on a show there, let them see what it's all about. And, you know what I mean? They have to televise it, you know. And then, you know, from there, build off of that, you know. So just believing in the process, that's all. Just believing in that process. And
is it true that you are, as they say, one for the purists in terms of your boxing style and technique and everything?
Explain one for the purists to me.
True boxing fans who appreciate not just the crash bang wallop type stuff.
Yeah, I love the art. You know, the art of breaking a man down and figuring a man out, being in his head, breaking down, see what his style is, taking his tools away from him, and it's all strategy, man. You know, it's not even. You know what I mean?
They all touch the floor as well, you say?
They all touch the floor. They have to. You might not knock them out, but that's their punishment. If they want to stay in there for longer than they have to, hey, man, keep taking this beating, but I'm going to keep giving it to them. You know, better them than me. But yeah, I love the sport. I love the art of fighting, you know. It's chess. I love chess, man. You know, and I love it.
Well, Ryan Robinson, good luck next month. Thank you for talking to Blighty Boxing, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you very much for having me, brother.
Cheers,
yes, man. Good to see you.
Nice.